Hey guys, Jonathan here, Custom Marine, Frequently Asked Question Friday. This is the Friday after Thanksgiving. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving with your family and loved ones. We want to talk today about marine lending or boat financing. I want to break it up in a couple different categories. I want to talk about down payment. I want to talk about term. I want to talk about rate, and I want to talk about monthly payment. Um, Typically, down payment, uh, the industry average is 10%. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Oftentimes it'll be a little bit less. And yes, even recently, we started seeing some banks jump out there and offer some no money down lending, which is very exciting for us. Oftentimes, 10%, kind of a big jump when you have to put, say, $3,000 down on a $30,000 boat. $3,000 is not a little bit of money. And a lot of people that are coming into our industry to get their first boat are coming from, they've all been buying cars for their adulthood. And oftentimes you don't have to put any money down on a car. So why would you have to put any money down on a boat? Well, there are some options if you want no money down. So when you talk about the down payment, terms, believe it or not, terms go up to 240 months or 20 years above $50,000. You go down in term to 15 years or 180 months above $35,000. And then right around that $20,000 mark, you're around 144 months. So the terms are very, very friendly. The length of term is very, very friendly. Will get you a decent payment on your boat. Uh, the You're typically looking at around, on average, from $8 to $10 per thousand borrowed. So if you buy a $33,000 boat and you put $3,300 down and you borrow roughly $30,000, you're going to see right around a $300 payment per month. Now, a lot of you have heard the length of that term and you got concerned immediately. Two things to note. One, 99% of boat loans never reach maturity. They're paid off, traded, or sold long before you ever reach maturity. It would not make sense to pay for the boat that I'm sitting on right here for 20 years, even with very, very low interest. You'd wind up paying way too much for it. So keep that in the back of your mind. Other thing people are thinking about when it comes to boat loans, is, well, if I take a term that's so long, 12, 15, or 20 years, are they going to jack my rate up? Because the last time I bought a car, they gave me two options. One option was for 36 months at 2% interest, and the next option was for 72 months at 6% interest. They jacked the rate up because I lengthened the term. Boat lending is not like that. Thank goodness. You do not have to worry about that. Whatever rate you qualify for, you will get the term to meet it based on how much you are borrowed. So that being said, we talked a little bit now about how much the payment's going to be, what the term looks like. Let's talk about some other requirements. They're going to require you to carry insurance, just like your auto lender does. Your boat lender is going to require you to carry insurance. Boat banks are some of the same banks that finance a lot of the car industry. U.S. Bank, Bank of the West, some very, very Wells Fargo, some very, very well-known names out there in lending also have marine lending arms. So how do I finance a boat at Custom Marine? Well, you get a guy like me or Brad to help pick out which boat you want. After that, it's fairly well automated here at Custom Marine. We have an application on our website. It sends you a link to that application. You fill it out yourself or you fill it out with us here on our computers. You may or may not. Most of the time, you won't have to provide financial information. Depends on what tier you land in. But oftentimes, you will not have to provide financial information. And then we've got some great guys that we work through that will share with you the terms and down payment details on your specific loan. We handle the rest. It's a very simple, streamlined process. and the payments are likely much lower than you would think they would be. Guys, it's a big topic. I've been doing it for years. Give me a call here at Custom Marine. We'd love to help you through the process. If you have any other questions, come see us.